Hello, this is Cat's Diamond Painting. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you've joined me here before. I'm here today with a video announcing a release for my shop. Although this channel is not primarily about my small business selling diamond painting putty, now and again I do these big seasonal releases and it kind of makes sense to me to have a video going through it all for anyone who's interested and to hopefully introduce my shop to maybe some of you who might not be aware that that's what I do. So I sell scented diamond painting putty. I do have a couple of other items. I am intending to and hoping to branch out into some other items in the future. But certainly for now, the main thing that I do is scented diamond painting putty. And I like to go big for seasonal events. So it's coming up towards Christmas. Obviously, it's only November, but if you're anything like me, you're probably already starting to think about working on your Christmas diamond painting projects. And it's nice to have your diamond painting putty ready to go. Plus, one of the items I have here, this box, is my advent calendar. I have a 12-day advent calendar. And yeah, people want to have that in time for December. So this release is going to be tomorrow, Friday the 14th of November at 6 p.m. UK time. And I just want to take a little bit of your time to take you through what I've got, describe all the scents for you, and I'm going to do something that I have never done before. So this is my third year of doing an advent calendar. I started the shop in 2023 and I've done one of these every year. And this year, I am going to actually unbox the advent calendar for you as a sneak peek. I'm going to do that at the end of the video. I'm going to go through all of the, the releases that you know what they are. That wasn't the word, but conveys the meaning. I'm going to go through all of those first so that anyone who doesn't want spoilers for the advent calendar can then click away. But then I'm going to unbox this advent calendar. This is the first one I boxed up, and there's a few things that I've changed as I've gone along to make them a little smarter. So yeah, I'm going to unbox this for you and then I'll wrap it all back up again to be an advent calendar for someone else that's wrapped a bit neater. I know, slightly unconventional, showing the less than perfect version, but it will still give you a really good idea of what you will receive if you buy this. Okay, so let's move that to the side and take you through these goodies. So first of all, I have these cover minders. I've just got a really small number of these. I like to add cover minders into releases because a few people really like them. I don't have that many of them, so just bear that in mind. And all of these goods are going to be, if you're in the UK, they're going to be available on Etsy and TikTok shop. If you are international, you're only going to be able to shop on my Etsy shop. But before I forget to say it, the exception to that is the advent calendar, which is only going to be available on Etsy, whichever country you're shopping from. It's not suitable for TikTok shop. They don't allow things like advent calendars, but also because stock is very limited. And in previous years, it has sold quite quickly. It just makes more sense to consolidate that stock on one shop. So yeah, everything's available on Etsy. If you're international and you're looking to buy, that's where you're going to go anyway. But these goodies here, if you are in the UK, will also be available on TikTok shop. So yeah, a few of these cover minders, first of all. The kind of main event that most of you are probably wanting to know about are the putties. So this year, and this is something that I find really fun, is coming up with new scents every year, finding ones that I haven't done already. Because like I said, I've done this a couple of years already. So a lot of the more obvious Christmas scents I've done already. And I'm trying to find things every year that are very seasonal and festive and really make you think Christmas, but they're not something that I've kind of already done too similar a scent to. So I'm really happy with this year's range. I think they all smell very different to each other, very unique. There should be something for everyone here. That's what I tend to do with these releases, so that hopefully everyone finds something that they like amongst it. Obviously, I hope that you love all of them, but you know what I mean. Some people like certain scent profiles, some people like others. So there is a little bit of something for everyone in here. So let's take you through these. So first of all, we have Driving Home for Christmas. And I'm just going to show you what this looks like because I do also colour and decorate my putties sometimes with glitter, and that's what I've gone for this one. I have gone with this pretty teal colour because I love the colour teal and it coordinates with the label that I designed. And I've got some white glitter on there to represent the snow when you're driving home for Christmas in the snow. So this one is quite a herbal blend. It's got some eucalyptus and mint notes in. I wouldn't say it's minty overall, but it's got those notes in there, and some festive orange. And the idea of it is to evoke sort of crisp, icy air, and it makes me think of it. When I smell this and connect it with that name, it makes me think of that excitement, that buzz in the air when we are in fact driving home for Christmas, because that's something we do every year. We live in one city and both of our families live in different places, and every year we're driving to one family or the other for Christmas. So yeah, this one is, it gives me that little feeling, and it smells gorgeous. Obviously I'm biased, but I think they all smell gorgeous. Okay, so that's driving home for Christmas. Next up, this is potentially one of my favourites of the year, but it's a tough one. This is mulled pear and cranberry punch, and this is for all the fruity lovers. So you get juicy notes of mulled pear and tart cranberry, and there's like a dash of zesty lime, and then there's sort of subtle hints of spiced liqueur, and it's all on a smooth vanilla base. So yeah, it smells like a fruity festive punch. I don't know how else to say it. And this one is coloured, as you can see, in some nice pinks and greens with a gold shimmer over it. All of my putties, I would say, typically are a medium strength of scent. So if you have an aversion to strong scents, you might find some of them a little too much, but most people I find do prefer more obvious scents. So that's kind of what I aim for with these. Some are a bit stronger than others. If you are unsure, if you have a preference for really strong scents or really light scents, get in touch with me via my shop, via Etsy. You can message me on there and I can point you in the direction of some that might suit you. So next up is frankincense and spice. Let me get this one out as well. I love frankincense scents. The first year I did Christmas scents, I had one in my advent calendar called frankincense and myrrh. And that was just, oh, I loved it. It was one of my favourites. It's so Christmassy. And this one really reminds me of that, but with some different notes as well. So it smells of allspice, and you've got some zesty citrus and ginger. And then that is combined with frankincense, with cumin and herbs. And it's got a kind of patchouli base. It smells really opulent and luxurious and festive. And then the last of these scents is Festive Memories. And I feel like every time I sniff this one, I get something different from it. It's aiming as a scent to capture the sort of comfort and familiarity of Christmas memories. So the scent description for this one is that it's got hints of bergamot and lemon and peach. And that's all on a base of sugared vanilla, amber, sandalwood and musk. I find that quite a complex description. It's hard to get your head around. It's got a lot going on. It's kind of quite strong, but also gentle at the same time. And the weird thing is, and this is not anywhere in the scent notes, but I swear I get a hint of chocolate from this. It's like that kind of Christmas morning smell to me. It's really, really pretty. Okay, so those are my 4 Christmas scents that I'm releasing. What's the word? The opposite of blind. You know what you're getting if you order these. And you've got some options. So you can either buy them individually. I sell all my putties individually. And I do have a limited quantity of stock of these individually. The majority of my stock, however, has gone into bundles because that's what I find most people like to buy. So you can either buy all 4 putties in a bundle, which will come in this snowflake gift bag. You can see they are all in there. Oh, which way around are they? So those are all 4 putties in a bundle for a slightly discounted price compared to if you buy them individually. whoops, and more fingers and thumbs. I've packed about what feels like 11 billion of these over the past few days. It's not. I don't have that many, but it's quite repetitive. So I'm like, oh, my hands can't deal with it anymore. Anyway, so I have that one. And then I've also brought back, well, sort of brought back because I did it differently last year. But last year I did what I called stocking filler gift bundles. And I've brought back that, but combined it with this main release. Because last year I had some different scents in that compared to the ones I'd done earlier. The theme of this year is I have pushed really hard to get everything ready for one release, so that if you are someone who would like to sample a bit of everything, you can save on some postage, because you can order them all in one go. So, back from your tangent, Cat. This contains the 4 putties that I've just shown you, but also some other goodies too. And as you can see, it comes in this larger gift bag. So let me take you through what's in here. There are the putties. Oh, I've lost one. Where's it gone? So you got the 4 putties, which I don't need to go through again. I have then included some special drills from Diamond Art Studio, who are a wonderful shop here in the UK that I have regularly collaborated with, both in terms of them providing products to me and me providing putties to them. And they've got great quality drills, so I have gone to them and got some special drills. There are a couple of different colorways, so everything apart from the putties, and one other thing that I'll get to, is going to vary slightly with this one. So colors might vary, designs might vary. The idea being that everyone gets a slightly unique bundle. No one's likely to have exactly the same bundle. So there's going to be 1 pack of round drills and 1 pack of square drills. As I said, colors may vary, and they may either be AB drills or frosty drills, which is a kind of fairy dust type drill. That's what Diamond Art Studio calls them. So that's what I've got in this particular one. Then I have a little trash drill pot, because I just think these are always really helpful. And I call it a trash drill pot, but you could put anything small in there. These are all going to come with different designs. Well, not all of them, but there are lots of different designs that could come, so it won't necessarily look like this one. Inside, and the lids of these are quite stiff, but inside you will find this little gingerbread house cover minder. And this is the other thing that everyone is going to get the same. So the putties and this, same for everyone. All the other bits are going to vary slightly. So I've got super strong magnets, because that's a bugbear for me when I have cover minders. If the magnet doesn't actually have the strength to hold it in place, that's something I really invest in when making cover minders, to make sure they're good quality. And yeah, I just thought these were rather adorable. So I store those in the tins for transport. And then the last thing is just a little roll of washi tape. This is just going to be a small roll of Christmas washi tape. And again, designs are going to vary for this. So yeah, yours won't necessarily look like this if you buy this. So that is the kind of deluxe stocking filler gift bag. So now I have taken you through all my regular Christmas range. This is the bit where you may want to switch off shortly, because I'm going to be showing you the advent calendar. Everything that's in the advent calendar is different to these. There's no duplicates. So if you do want to buy more than one item, there's going to be different items for you. So let me clear some space and bring this back into frame. This is kind of exciting because I've never actually unboxed one of these before. I've only ever wrapped them, which takes me a little while, let me tell you. So first off, I'm going to open it, and there's no spoilers in that other than what it's going to look like all wrapped, but that will also be on the listing, so I don't think that counts as a spoiler. So it will come in a cardboard box like this. This is actually going to be the postal box. And I will top this off with some more padding at the top, so things hopefully don't move around too much. And this is what it's going to look like. You can see you've got 12 little parcels there. So 12-day advent calendars are one of those things, like, even though I make one, I never quite know what to do with them myself. Like, do you open them the first 12 days, the second 12 days? Some people do the 12 days of Christmas after Christmas. Some people do every other day. What I find in previous years, though, is that a lot of people who buy the advent calendar rip into the whole thing as soon as it arrives. And that way you do have all your Christmas putties ready for you to go. So yeah, this is the part where spoilers are going to start, because I'm now going to open each of these. I'm going to show you the contents, and I'm going to give you scent descriptions for the putties. There are 8 different Christmas putties, Christmas or winter themed putties in here. 6 of them are sample sizes. So I sell sample sizes on my shops, and they're usually about 2 grams worth of putty. So they are small, but they're enough to give you several loads of a pen, and have a really good scent load. And then there are 2 full-size putties. And then there are some other goodies too. So let's get in. This is kind of exciting, guys. So this is parcel number 1. Oops. And this one is Crimson Cranberry Sparkler. This is one of the 2 full-size putties. This, I would say, out of all of my Christmas putties this year, is probably one of the strongest ones. So just a slight warning on that in case you're someone who is affected by strong scents. It is super gorgeous though. This was one, as soon as I sniffed it, I knew I had to turn it into a putty. So, ease that out. So I am starting with a banger, given that this is both strong and gorgeous. It is a very fruity scent. It reminds me of a festive cocktail. So you've got cranberries and raspberries mixed with lime on a base of peach, jasmine, musk, tonka, vanilla and caramel. And yeah, it smells lush. It's coloured in red with some red glitter. I keep some of them more simple because not everyone likes fancy colours, and then others I go for it a bit more with a bit more range of colour. But yeah, that is what you're going to find in day number 1. Next up, you can see what I mean when I said this one wasn't packed right. I was figuring out the best way to do the paper bags at this point. So day number 2 is called Winter Fruit Medley, and this is the sample size pack that you're going to see a few of. So as you can see, it is smaller, but you still get a decent amount. I like to cut these long and thin so that if you use a multi-placer, it should work out all right for you. And yeah, I really love this one. It is another gorgeous fruity blend. So you've got orange and grapefruit, and those are combined with cassis, red currant, raspberry, strawberry, apple and plum, like all the fruits. And then there's festive notes with a bit of subtle spice, some musk, sandalwood and a dusting of sugar. I love this one. Door number 3, as it were. I would love to do that, to have like a proper advent calendar with doors, but a little bit out of budget, I'm afraid, for a small shop. Apparently it's tricky to get into these. Door number 3 is something a little bit different. That is this rather adorable white Rudolph cover minder, and again, nice strong magnet for you there. Yeah, I just thought he was really cute, so I wanted to include him. Day number 4, we are back to the putty with an absolute classic. This is Christmas Tree. Need I say more? So I'll just show you quickly that this one, unsurprisingly, smells of pine with some hints of eucalyptus and lemon zest too. And then next up, I've tried to mix up the non-putty items so that, you don't have a run of too many of one thing or the other. So, door number 5, I'm now in the habit of saying it even though they're not doors, is this pot with a nice little label. It's quite a decent size, actually. You could fit a fair bit in there. So I always refer to these as trash drill pots, but honestly, you could put all sorts of things in there because there is quite a bit of space. So it's got a nice screw lid, and yeah, it just had a nice festive feel to it. Then number 6 is cashmere and spice. I really enjoy this one. I used to sell a scent, not in a Christmas range, just in my normal range, called cashmere and musk. And I unfortunately had to discontinue it, but it was one that I always felt like maybe the name didn't convey to people how gorgeous it was, because to me it just smelled beautiful, almost like marshmallowy. This one smells of soft cashmere and winter musk, and there's some subtle floral tones and a touch of festive spice. And it sort of aims to evoke the comfort of like snuggling up under a knitted blanket, maybe candlelit evenings, just like peaceful, festive moments. It's got that real nostalgic scent to it. Number 7 is one I think is really fun. This one may, in fairness, be a little bit of a love-hate one. Because I tested it out on members of my family and my son was not impressed, but I really like it. It's one thing when you're producing so many scents, probably not anyone's gonna love all of them apart from me, because funnily enough, if I do not like a scent, I don't produce it. But yeah, this one may divide people a little bit. So this is Crackling Log Fire. It is, so I've tried, oh, can't get this one out. I have tried Crackling Log Fire oils in the past and they've been too realistic. You know, they've just smelled like a sooty burning fire. And that's a nice smell when you're in front of it. It's not necessarily something I think most people want in a putty. I coloured it in black for the sooty fire vibes, but it's like a perfumed take on this scent idea. So you got all the delicious smokiness without the soot, is how I'm billing this one. So it smells of woods, like patchouli, sandalwood, incense and wood smoke. And yeah, I think it's a really pretty scent, but it definitely gives you those smoky fire vibes. Package number 8, I have collaborated with an artist who I've worked with before and had her design for me some Christmas washi tape, and you actually get 2 because no one likes running out too quickly. So this is really adorable. She's designed it with all these Christmas items with little faces on, and yeah, I think this is absolutely adorable. The artist's name is Georgina Doodles. You should check her out on Etsy. That's where she sells her things. So she has her own washi tapes and various other items. She does like beautiful pictures of birds and things like that. But yeah, she designed these especially for me. Number 9. So this is another scent that needs very little introduction. This is gingerbread. It's a slightly softer gingerbread, I think. It smells primarily of gingerbread and then also just a little bit sort of festive baked treats in general. Like you got that rich spicy ginger, but then it's combined with a base of vanilla cake. So yeah, it's really lovely and quite a gentle ginger. To my nose anyway. Then we have number 10, the biggest parcel that I've had no end of fun trying to fit in without getting it all crumpled. And this is one of the bigger ticket items in here. So as you can probably work out from this, we have here, if I can get it out, a pen. So this is a resin pen and it's got this gorgeous Christmassy blue vibe with all the gold sparkles in it. It's clearer on one side than the other, and then you've got the real glittery bit at the bottom. So when you look for it from the top, it's just really, really pretty. It's got a nice feel to it. It's quite a thin hold. It will come with a single placer, but no multi-placers. So you can put your own ones on if you like. And it's a push-in end, not a twist-in end. But yeah, I really, really like those. So I hope you do too. So next up, we have A Merry Morning. So this one has got citrus and orange and lemon notes, and then there's a little bit of jasmine and crisp pine, and then hints of cinnamon, clove and ginger. So it's got a little bit of everything Christmassy in it, and it's another one a bit like the Festive Memories one that I was trying to describe to you earlier. It's if you really sniff it and think about it in connection with the name, it really makes you feel like you're there at Christmas. And this one is white with this gold glimmer on. Lots of gold has been used in the production of these putties. And the last one is another of my favourites for this year. I saved one of my favourites for the last package in the hopes that it would also be one of your favourites, because everyone likes to finish their advent calendar with a bang. So this is Bar Humbug. It smells of refreshing peppermint blended with creamy vanilla and a touch of sugar. I've done minty Christmas ones before, and they tend to be super popular. And yeah, this one is gorgeous. Very minty, this one. Very fresh, but with that sweetness still. And you know how I was saying I made a few boo-boos when I packed up this first one? What you will get in your parcel is a voucher in with this one, which gives you the ability to claim one free putty of your choice from my Etsy shop. Or if you live somewhere else where prices are different, like United States, for example, my prices are slightly different to incorporate tariffs and associated duties. You can just treat it as effectively a £4 voucher against an order. That is also fine. But yeah, obviously I've covered up the code, but that will be available to you if you purchase the Advent in with door number 12. Stop saying door, cat. They're not doors. So there they all are, all my Advent putties. This has been many weeks of preparation, as you can imagine, getting all of these ready. And I hope you will agree. Oh, I've just laid all those out and then realised they're nowhere near in frame. I hope that you will agree with me that this is a really nice range of goodies this year. I do like to include some other bits as well, because I personally feel like 12 putties is maybe more than a lot of people want to get in one Advent box. So yeah, hopefully you like the extras that I've picked out for you as well. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this year's Advent calendar turned out. I think there is such a range of scents in there. And definitely I hope that there are, you know, multiple scents in there for everyone. So that is the end of this video, really. Yeah, so everything that I have shown you in this video, so the Advent calendars and all of the Christmas putties, let's bring them back into frame, either in bundles or individually, and the cover minders I showed you at the very start are all going to be available on my Etsy shop from 6 PM UK time tomorrow, the 14th of November. And if you are looking to purchase an Advent calendar, and yeah, they have gone quite quickly the last couple of years. Last year they did hang around for a couple of days. The year before, I think they sold out in about half an hour. So I'm not saying that to instill any FOMO, because I really wish that I could make enough of these that everyone who wants one could get one, but I can't. I'm one person and it takes a lot of planning and preparation and packing to make as many as I have, and I could not make any more. But yeah, all I'm going to say is just don't wait around too long if you would like to get an Advent calendar, because I don't know. I don't know if they will be as quick as they have been the past couple of years. They may be around longer. I hope so that everyone who wants one can grab one. But yeah, I have got a decent amount of stock of these. As I said before, only a small number as individual putties, because that tends to be in line with how people want to buy them. And then I've got a decent amount of each kind of bundle. So I hope that these will stick around in stock for a little bit. But again, you know, I have no idea. So just if you're keen, don't wait too long to pick anything up. So thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, that's it from me. If you have enjoyed taking a look at this with me, please drop a like on the video, particularly because, you know, I would like people to see this as a launch of these products, and people who want to see it get to see it. I know when I did one of these videos before for my Halloween hamper, there were a couple of comments from people who YouTube had not pushed the video to them in time, and then it had sold out by the time they saw it. and they were disappointed. So yeah, please like the video, comment and let me know what you like the look of, what you think you would like the smell of best in the putties. And yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. So tomorrow, 6 p.m. UK time. Be there or be square. That's it from me, guys. Bye bye.